Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Lush Foliage. Today I wanted to talk something very important. I don't know if you guys ever noticed this, but of late I have been doing a lot of checking of my plants, and I am very particular about my plants, especially right now when the temperatures are getting very warm. I keep checking on my plants, I keep misting them, and of late there was a new leaf that was coming up on my philodendron. I will put up the name on the screen. It's an absolutely beautiful philodendron, but I noticed that the new leaf that was coming out happened to get kind of crushed, or I would say it looks very wrinkled, not in a very good form. You can see this, a lot of wrinkles, and the leaf looks a little bit deformed. So I quickly googled to check what could be the problem, because this is not how ideally the new leaf tends to grow. So there were several options that came up why this can happen. One of the reason was when you tend to underwater your plants, and if the environment is very dry, it's very warm, and if you're underwatering your plant, this is how it can happen. It can get deformed. Now guys, I'm not very sure. As and when the plant grows, probably it might start to look a little bit better. We will only get to know by time. Right now it doesn't look that great. It doesn't look I wouldn't say even great. It doesn't even look good. So I have to check what's going to happen in the later part, as and when the leaf starts to grow. So the first reason, as I said, it is due to underwatering, but that was not in my case, because I tend to mist, I tend to water, I do a complete watering for all of my plants, and I'm very particular right now because of the summers. The soil tends to dry very fast, so I keep a watch on it. Whenever I see that around 1 to 2 inches of the soil is dry, I go ahead and water it. So watering was not the issue. The second issue, what I read, is it can happen if the soil is of not the right type. Basically a very compact soil, or a soil that is not loose enough, not airy. That can also lead to this problem. Again, that was also not my problem, because I have a very loose, well draining soil mix. My soil tends to drain out excess water within couple of seconds. It tends to moisten the soil. I have perlite in my soil, which makes the soil airy. But there could be several other factors, but there was one factor which I definitely know is causing this, and that is low humidity. Today my city is recording a humidity of 19%, so I think that is one of the culprit behind it. And I'll tell you later on why I am so confident about low humidity causing this problem. I'll show it to you in a while. Now, why does this happen is, we all know that philodendrons have a cataphyll. So now the cataphyll has opened up. If I have to give you an example of cataphyll is basically like, let's say when the butterfly is inside the cocoon, the cocoon is a protective layer for the butterfly, and once the butterfly is ready, it tends to break out from that cocoon and starts to fly off. So that's exactly how the cataphyll tends to work. A cataphyll is basically a reduced leaf that has a potential of photosynthesizing the plant. Basically, when the leaf is inside the cataphyll, it's basically like a covering, a protective covering, and it is a light green in color. It is opaque. Now, because it's opaque, every leaf needs light in order to photosynthesize. Now, because the cataphyll is opaque in color, that's why the cataphyll and the initial stage helps in photosynthesizing the plant. But over the period of time, once the leaf breaks out and comes out, this is the sheath that is going to be left behind. Now, after this cataphyll or this sheath is not going to help in photosynthesizing the plant. Eventually this will turn brown, it will turn crisp, and it will fall off. This is the sheath that tends to protect the new leaf. So sometimes the sheath can be light green in color, sometimes it can be red in color, depending upon the variety of philodendron that you have. Now, basically the low humidity can damage the cataphyll, due to which the leaf tends to look like this. So that was what I could get the information, and I feel that is quite true, because here I have my calathea. I have already put my calathea inside the plastic. There are small little holes for the for the plant to breathe, but the same thing happened with my calathea. Calatheas do not have cataphyll. It's only with philodendrons. These tend to grow as shoots. So these are also having the issue. You can see and this is also related with low humidity, and that is one of the reason why I went ahead and put the plastic sheet so that it can maintain a good amount of moisture or humidity inside the bag. Again, I'm not very sure, only time will let us know if this leaf will be able to open up. You can see it kind of looks like the leaf was tied and kept. You can see it looks like it's completely crushed, but that's how the leaf came up. So now I will be keeping the plastic sheet on it. What I'll do is I'll quickly do a little bit of watering, and then I will put the plastic bag again, a transparent clear plastic bag, because we want the light to pass through for the plant to do the photosynthesis. But you can see how bad the leaf looks, and this is related with humidity in my case, because the humidity is only 19%, as I said today, and it's going to be the same thing for another couple of months, maybe 1 to 2 months before it starts to rain. So until then I have to be extremely careful. So the soil is slightly moist. As you can see, I had done the watering yesterday, so I think I will skip the watering part, otherwise I might end up overwatering the plant. So I will put the plastic sheet back again, and all I can do is just hope that the plant will start to do quite well, because I had not put this plastic sheet earlier. I just put it probably 2 or 3 days back when I started to notice that the leaves are getting wrinkled. So hopefully now when the new growth comes, we will get a better understanding if this plastic sheet is helping it or not, but most probably it should. So I will just clip it off and I'm gonna put it back. So guys, I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep planting.